It's easy to talk about theft, isn't it? But it's where there's something more subtle and arguably more corrosive, and that's vanity. And I very much remember the first panto I was taken to, which was um, Mother Goose and the demon Vanity on one side of the stage, which quite terrified me. And specifically with Vanity, the modern pathology of theatrical living, this compulsion to flaunt one's life through holiday selfies. I didn't know what a selfie was until I'd been on a TV show called The Circle, and then people were grabbing me in the street and asking me for selfies. I thought it was something slightly rude. And the cautionary tale of Lucy Roberts, the former jewellery store manager turned convicted thief, is not just about crime, it's about the spectacle of deceit, enabled and exposed by the narcissistic theatre of social media. Lucy Roberts, who's 39 years old, ran a luxury jewellery show in Beverley, East Yorkshire between 2017 and 2018, and she quietly siphoned off nearly £125,000 worth of diamonds, gold, silver and bespoke pieces. Not a huge amount really when considered. These are little pieces. When colleagues noticed she was taking stock home, she claimed she was sorting items from the workshop. Fraudulent return transactions and falsified inventory sheets helped cover her tracks. It was old-fashioned theft, but it went unnoticed until she handed in her own notice and flew off on a cruise. And here is where the tale takes on its postmodern turn. Roberts began sending her former colleagues selfies from the cruise, adorned no less in the very jewellery she had stolen, dripping in diamonds, as Detective Sergeant Krista Wilkinson put it, without a care in the world, not merely flaunting stolen goods, but showing them off to those she had betrayed. She didn't just rob a store, she robbed trust and then posted it online, filtered and smiling. The jewellery shop contacted the police. A search of Robert's home turned up 269 stolen items hidden in boxes, cupboards, under the bed, and when she returned from her cruise, she was arrested at Heathrow, still wearing the evidence. Officers found more jewellery in her suitcase, and in her futile attempt to evade justice, she was caught on body cam footage, removing pieces as she was escorted through the terminal. Roberts initially claimed she had borrowed some of the items. Others, she insisted, had been planted in her luggage. But reality, unlike Instagram, doesn't allow you to crop out the truth. She eventually pleaded guilty and received 28 months in prison. Why does this matter beyond the schadenfreude or tabloid curiosity? Because Roberts' downfall reveals something deeply absurd about contemporary life. We no longer steal in silence, we steal and then curate the heist for Instagram selfies. The selfie, once a playful act of self-expression, has morphed into something grotesque, a vehicle for narcissism, a canvas for illusion. It's no longer enough to live well, we must be seen to be living well by people we don't know and people we've wronged. A holiday is not a rest, but a stage. And the sea becomes a backdrop, the smile a mask, even a criminal becomes her own PR manager. A holiday is something that people think you see on Instagram and you think these people feel entitled. This isn't new, of course. Vanity and hubris have toppled figures for centuries. Think of Icarus flying too close to the sun. But Roberts didn't just fly, she took selfies mid-flight and sent them to Daedalus. And here's the final irony. In trying to show off her freedom, Lucy Roberts exposed her guilt. In seeking admiration, she invited investigation. And in curating a fantasy life, she destroyed the real one she had. I suppose this is a cautionary tale about crime, and it's a quiet rebuke to the culture of curated deception. Not every moment needs to be photographed. Not every triumph needs an audience, and some things, especially justice, look better unfiltered.